Hey everyone, I thought I'd split up my bank video into two parts because I decided I'd add in my house video along with it because that's sort of related, I guess, in terms of money spent on it. So I'm going to do the house video first and I'll have the bank video out in a day or two. Let's see, first of all I've got my house in Remington just because I never really moved it since construction came out. I never really saw a need to. And I haven't really remodeled my house all that much since construction came out. I added in a few things like the familiar area here and a few new rooms in the dungeon, which I'll show later. This wing of the house is the least interesting, I'd say. Just the stuff that no one ever really uses, the kitchen, the dining room. And I don't really do house parties. I did when construction came out. I can't recall exactly what number I was to 99, but it was pretty high, and it was mainly because no one did construction back then, because it was expensive and didn't really have any uses, which I guess is sort of why not all that many people train it now. But yeah. I remember I was rank 11 at like 14 million experience, which is crazy now. So I've got my workshop here right next to the entrance portal so I can repair my Torva and Barrow's armors quickly. That's pretty much all that I use this room for. I have my skill hall here. I used to have Castle Wars armor set up here, but I took it out before they did the Castle Wars update, which was very lucky because the people who didn't take it out didn't get the games counted for the Castle Wars high scores, so people missed out on literally thousands of Castle Wars games on the high scores. So I got pretty lucky with that. I've also got a stuffed shark there and an abyssal demon head. The shark took me a few days to get. I don't really remember how many exactly, but yeah, that was a bit of a bother because sharks are very slow experience. Yeah, Jagex. The observatory here, I've got my full house statue and a lectern, and I never use that room. And here's my costume room, which is one room that I actually do use. I've been trying to fill it up completely, and I've got all my treasure trail stuff in here. Oops. But yeah, this is all full of all the treasure trail stuff. It took me a really long time to get all of it. A lot of it, I didn't get it myself. I bought most of it, but it still took me a while to get most of it because yeah, it cost a lot of money, especially this last tab. The Fury I use, so I don't have that in there. But yeah, the full sets of Dragon and all of that stuff took me a while to make the money for. Let's see, I don't have Castle Wars armor in for the same reason I took it out of the skills hall there. Just in case they do Castle Wars updates, I don't really want to get screwed over on that. Void, Rogue, nothing amazing really, most of it's buyable. More Void helms, more Void. Yeah, oh yeah, I just got the Black Ibis a couple weeks ago. That took me 12.5 mil thieving experience to get the full set and the God Scepter, so that was a bit of work. This one, just mage armor. The only one that was really difficult in here was the Necro outfit, which took I think 3.9k shades that I had to burn. It gives the same stats as Mystic with a little bit of prayer bonus. In the capes here, I've got them all in here except for the max cape and completionist cape because you can't, oh, and clan cape, because you can't get multiple completionist capes, and I never really bothered putting the max cape in there. Let's see. This is just old random stuff. I guess a quest outfit goes in there. A lot of this stuff is just loyalty reward points, which I don't really plan on buying unless I have loads of extra points for some reason. And this I can't finish because I can't get those bits. Yeah, I would like those, but oh well. No way to get them now. I just haven't put these things in there. I like wearing the golden scythe around. And actually I don't think the golden scythe slot appears for everyone, which is nice. I'm glad they did that because it's not really fair for people who couldn't get it. I guess I haven't really talked much about the golden scythe. It was awarded to the first 25 people who completed an event at RuneFest where you had to get answers that were scattered around RuneFest, just numbers that were hidden, and then combine them with people who did the DeathCon Halloween event in RuneScape. And once you got all those, you made a sentence with the two answers, or with all the answers between the RuneFest event and the in-game event. You got the sentence from that and you told it to someone at a desk there, and they gave you the item code, and only the first 25 people to complete it got the golden scythe. I was very lucky to get it. Let's see. I've got my altar here just right next to the portal to do prayer quickly. The Amulet of Glory there for it. I've got my dungeon, and oh yeah, the Greater Magic Circle is, I think it's 95 construction, and it lets you trap people in there and then drop them down into the dungeon. Oops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, there it is. But it also has the unfortunate option to teleport people to anywhere that you've got teleport portals to, which is really annoying because anyone who comes into your house can teleport anyone who gets stuck in there. So if you're having a house party, there's always some random noob who just stands here with a lever and just teleports everyone. I asked Jagex to fix it a long time ago, and they never did anything, so if they ever do construction revamp, I really hope they fix that. I've got my demonic thrones here, pretty much a waste of money, but oh well. And here's my dungeon. I made it based off of someone else's dungeon who I saw years ago. I have no idea who it is, but when people get dropped down into the dungeon, the dragons can both breathe fire on them, which I thought was pretty funny. There's also the Rocknar, which has a very small amount of polygons. It's just one of the oldest things that hasn't been updated. I've got another combat ring down here, and I've got the fires here, which hurt a little bit. This was back when Daharaking was really fun, and so you could get your health low in the fires and then just step into the combat ring and hit really high on people. I also put all of these teleport portals down here, which looking back on it wasn't the best idea because it takes forever to get down here, so they're not that useful as teleports. And luckily they came out with teletabs, so I don't really need to worry about that. And I sort of like how they look down here in the dungeon. And then I've got my bedroom all the way down here. I've also actually got another bedroom that I put on the roof of the house above the skill hall, I believe, and then I removed the stairs. I don't think you're allowed to do that anymore, but I did it a long time ago, so it was alright back then. And the reason I need two bedrooms is one is for the butler. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really use my house anymore, but maybe I'll do a house party sometime. I remember they used to be sort of amusing. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the house. I will get the bank video out as soon as I can. The person, if you saw my last video, I mentioned that the reason it was delayed is because I lent someone a bit of money, and I was waiting for them to give it back to do the bank video, and I talked to them. Well, actually, I sent them a message a while ago, and they responded and said that they had a death in the family, and they'd get back to me, or they'd be online soon. They don't really play much anymore, so that's alright. And before anyone says, oh, they scammed you, no, they didn't. I've known them for quite a while, and it wasn't really all that much money, so yeah, I'll get the bank video out as soon as I can.